I'm good. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good too. Thanks for asking.
Sunil, where are you connecting from, Sunil?
I'm from Delhi.
Delhi. Yeah. So, as you know, I'm your coach for today's session. I'm Nanda Gopal and I'm connecting you from Chennai.
Hmm.
So, tell me little about you. What do you
Okay.
do, Sunil?
If I tell you what my profession is, I have been an English trainer. I do train people online, offline. Besides this, I have been a YouTuber.
Okay. So,
Hmm.
do you train them in spoken English or you teach
Yes.
them as a subject?
I conduct English spoken classes for them. I help people learn this language.
Okay. Online and offline.
Right.
So it's for all age groups, or is it for
Yeah.
particular for
No, no, no.
any demographic?
No, I do have people from all walks of life.
So how do they know about your app or this platform?
Sir, they often get to know about me by YouTube.
Okay, okay. So what's your YouTube channel? So whenever I get time, I would like to go through that. I could like to
Hmm.
watch.
Yes, it would be an honor. So the name of my channel is Speak More with Sunil.
Speak more with Sunil.
Mhm.
Right, good. So, how long have you been with YouTube, and have you started generating some revenues from YouTube?
Not yet. I have not started earning yet, but I hope that in no time I'll be earning. I have been running that YouTube channel for more or less 3 months.
Okay, good, good. So, during this course of teaching and enabling them spoken English, what are the major challenges you face?
Okay, so every day I have multitudinous challenges. So if I choose one of the common challenges that I face, that is that whenever people speak, whenever people who are beginners, whenever they speak English, they are very much bewildered in one thing, that at the time of past they do add present there. If I make them talk about what they did last time, they end up saying they are happy, so they bring present there. This is what I find. The second common thing I have found is that they make mistakes in verb forms.
Correct.
And
Well, subject verb agreement. They
sometimes
can,
it
yeah.
is also there. Yes.
Right, right. Do you think that, like, within 2, 3 months, or how long it takes? Is it possible to be fluent in like 3 months or 6 months? Your
So,
experience?
yes, so sir, what I have closely observed, that in 1 month even I have brought that change in my students. I have
Okay.
that that in 2 months they are able to understand that what they are speaking. Sometimes what happens, people do speak but they don't sense what they have spoken. They can't mean what they have spoken. They can't understand what they have delivered, what they have expressed. So this is the problem. So I think in 3 months people can understand that how they can speak. In 6 months they cannot be fluent, because this is a language which we need to learn till we are alive, because there are many parameters that we need to look after. So I feel, sir, in 6 months people can have an understanding where they can speak it a bit fluently.
Okay. See, most of the my learners, they are reticent because they
Mm,
are scared of making mistakes in
mm,
grammar. They say, I don't have grammar, I don't have proper vocabulary, I don't know how to make a
mm,
sentence. So do you think that first we should learn grammar, then start attempt to speak? Or
mm,
you go on with your speaking and then you can imbibe the grammar
mm,
simultaneously. So, which is like most of the people, they teach me grammar first. So I don't
mm,
think that, my opinion
mm.
is not a good idea. So what do you think, Sunil?
Okay, when it comes to me, I always start teaching my students with grammar.
Okay.
I teach them grammar first, then I make them speak. Then
Mhm.
I make them be the part of discussions, debate. Sir, I have also experienced one more thing here. I have one of the students
Mhm.
who have learned this language. That person has a good command of English, and he has not taken any English classes. He has not learned any grammar lessons, but he can speak very well. Now I teach him grammar. Then I tell him, but still he speaks very well. So I think both ways can be good, but I would go for grammar.
I always believe in practice makes man perfect.
Right, right, right.
Practice is the key. And I used to tell them, how did you learn your mother tongue? Your mother
Hmm,
tongue you learn by listening, listening to
right.
your parents, listening to your siblings, your neighborhood, your relatives. So this was like those times there was no platform and no one would have called you and told you, okay, you please learn grammar, then start speaking. So it all happened simultaneously. By default, you started speaking. Like by 6 or 7 years old, you are a good speaker without
Hmm,
any innate knowledge of grammar. So the same
hmm,
thing I'm telling them: listen to a lot of English.
hmm,
Listen to, like, be immersed in English. Like there
right.
was, I used to always there's a great dialogue from Amitabh Bachchan: sleep English, walk English, run English,
Talking.
or talk English, walk English. Everything
Hmm,
you do it in English. So, what are the methods you suggest to your learners
hmm,
other than directly one on one talking to them? Because that a half an hour or 15-minute session is not enough. They have to
hmm,
do something else, they have to
right.
practice. So,
Hmm.
what are your suggestions?
I always show them the mirror that if you feel that you can learn this language without practice, somewhere you are living in fool's paradise. I tell them this, and I tell them that without practice you can never ever learn this language. Practice whatever way it is possible for you, whatever options you have the access to, you should go for that. Like, you can talk to yourself. This is one of the indispensable things I always tell them to do. Sometimes we do not have people to interact with, we don't have people to have a word with. At that point of time, we can talk to ourselves. So this is what I do every time. I talk to myself whenever I have leisure time. I love doing this. This is the this is one of the methods I tell them to do. Second thing is that they need to interact with people wherever it is possible. And so there are some applications, they are completely free of cost. I tell them that use these applications. Somewhere you will get a person, and then when you are in a situation where other person is speaking, somewhere you will start doing the same.
Exactly. Have you heard about jam technique? We
No,
teach
not.
jam technique is a, like, internationally accepted technique to learn English. It is just a minute. J
Hmm,
stands for just a minute. It is like, give a topic, a simple topic, and they have to talk for 1 minute.
hmm,
If they can do that, a novice can speak at least about, like, for example, I'll tell them, okay, speak about this pen for
hmm,
1 minute. Speak
hmm,
about this mobile phone about 1 minute. Just a minute.
hmm,
So the basic version is like you can do that impromptu
hmm,
without just, I give you the topic and speak.
hmm. Right.
We can take a demo. We can take a demo. So now
Yeah,
can
sure.
talk about this pen for
Hmm,
a
sure.
minute. For a minute,
Yeah,
you
sure.
can. Yeah, there are 2 3 versions of this technique. It's very
Hmm,
good and it has proved so great technique to improve. Please.
hmm. Yes. So when it comes to a pen, I think pen has been an integral part of a student's life. Without this thing, I feel that student's life is always incomplete. Or pen is one of the things that I was always fond of. When I was a kid, when I was a school goer, every time I wanted people to give me a pen as a gift. And pen was one of the tools I always spent my time with. Whenever I wanted to write something, even I still remember that. I was a kid where I was given a pencil, but I did not like it. I wanted to use a pen all the time, and I adored pen very much. And my it was my father. I have got a lot of inspiration from my father. Wherever my father went, he always carried a pen with him. He always kept a pen in his front pocket.
Pocket.
And he told me that it shows that you are educated, and pen is something that it helps us in writing very much. If you want to write anything, you need a pen. So this is what I feel. And when I was a kid, at that point of time, there used to be various companies with attractive pens, and I was fond of Renault. It was one of my favorite pens, and I thought whenever I used this pen, my handwriting was legible. People were really mesmerized by my writing if I use.
Handwriting.
Yeah, yes.
Fantastic,
Thank-
man. It is technique is jam. Just a minute, and you're going on and on and on and on. You just imagine if our learner can talk like this, like on a simple topic. You can bring in your adulthood memories, childhood memories, the days you started with a hero pen, filling ink in that. If I want to tell, I can tell all those memories. I was waiting, like my father promised me, like when you are in the fifth grade or fifth standard, so I can gift you a pen or you can start writing. Otherwise, in the primary level, we have to go with a pencil.
Right,
So,
sir.
can you tell me, Sunil, what are the disadvantage of using a pencil,
Hmm. So,
or advantage of using a pencil?
hmm. So if I talk about its advantages, so I feel pencil is very easy to use. It's always very light in weight. And when you buy a pencil, I think it will last almost for 1 or 2 months, depending on the use,
Mhm.
how you use it. So this is what I understand by a pencil.
A disadvantage, a con.
Okay. Hmm. If I talk about the drawbacks of a pencil, it can be used as a potent weapon. It can be dangerous if we give it to the kids. If we are not around, they can use it as a tool. They can hurt
They might even
anyone.
poke your
Yes.
their eyes, and it can be
Hmm.
dangerous. Mhm. Nice.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
right. And if I talk about the second disadvantage of a pencil is that whatever we write, that is impermanent. It can be erased so easily. So I think this is the disadvantage.
Whenever you make any errors, it can
Hmm.
be erased, and
Right.
that's an advantage.
But for me, if I want to write something, I want it to be indelible. So it will not be indelible.
Correct.
Somewhere it, yes, short lived.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it maybe faded away or
Yes, somewhere, yes, it's not very clear.
well done. Well done. So this is a technique which I always tell my students to follow. So now
Hmm.
the second version is to record this.
Hmm.
While you can do it like 2 3 times, and if you're happy with that, you can record your speech. Always you should have a base level of recording to compare your progress.
Right.
Like what you have started this journey today, so you record and see that how you fared, how did you speak. After 3 months, again record and see and compare with your progress. Another thing is why water, like people complain that I don't have proper vocabulary. So I
Hmm.
don't I don't tell them to learn new words. Like when you are speaking, you are using a lot of new words, new vocabulary. But what is the use if you mug up, if you cram your brain with a lot of vocabulary and you don't use it? You have to
Hmm.
bring it to your active memory or active vocabulary. You learn a word, for example, yeah. So people have a predilection of doing something in a particular way, or they have a proclivity of making mistakes, especially in subject verb agreement. So, what is the use if you don't use these two words? Like, if you're writing a competitive examination, maybe you can write the answer. Yeah, predilection or proclivity, or this is the meaning, a tendency, an inclination to do this. But
Hmm.
if unless you use it in your daily communication, this will remain in your passive vocabulary. But a common man, he knows around 3,000 to 4,000 words. Try to use the basic words what you have. Practice, practice, and practice. And I want to give you a speech on this. If you
Go
have
ahead.
to tell your students Hey, look, listen. Practice makes man perfect. So you
Hmm.
have to speak on that, on this amorism, on this proverb. What will you tell your students to motivate with this particular proverb? Practice makes man perfect. With some good examples in your life. How do you say that?
Okay.
Practice makes man perfect.
Sure, sir. So when it comes to be successful in life, you cannot succeed in your life if you do not follow one of the oldest adages, that is a practice makes a man perfect. And it is completely true. Without practice you cannot achieve anything. And when you practice hard, that point of time you have a lot of confidence. And when you have confidence, you can do anything at ease. This is what you need to do in life. Without practice you cannot do anything. Whatever field you are in, you have to work very hard. You have to practice it on a daily basis. If I talk about Virat Kohli, why Virat Kohli is Virat Kohli, why he is one of the
Sachin
best players.
is Sachin. Why Bruce Lee is Bruce Lee?
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. So Virat Kohli has that attitude because the way he practices, he leaves no stone unturned to come to that level he is right now. So if you want to be like Virat Kohli, if you want to be like Shashi Tharoor, these people work very hard. And without practice, we cannot be at the top. It depends what level you want in your life. When it comes to English, if you want to be a deft speaker of this beautiful language, you have to practice every day. And I feel when I do not practice, my communication skills are going to be rusty. I'm not going to have the confidence. So practice, and methods can be easy. You can choose whatever methods you feel can work for you. So practice is very important.
Perfect. This is another jam technique, just a minute technique. Instead of giving you a prop, you can give
Hmm.
them a proverb. You can give them any topic.
Right.
So, what is the average age group of your students? You said it is all everybody, but
Hmm.
majorly, what's
On
the
an
age group?
average, I have people of uh, of the age 30 years.
Average,
On an
average
average.
on an average 30. So, what technique you tell them to learn vocabulary?
Okay, so what I do is, sir, I give them five new words
Mhm.
on a daily basis. And when I give them the synonyms of these words.
Okay.
After that, I tell them to form a story, or I make them use these words. If not, then I make a story, or I give them examples. This
Okay.
word can be used this way. So that's how they get to know. And sir, whatever words I give them, I often use these words in my conversation. This is what I do.
Yeah, storytelling is also a fantastic
Hmm,
idea,
right.
method to improve. Have you heard about shadowing technique?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you do. Do you ask them to practice?
Yes, I ask them so many things, sir. What I do is I usually have 40 minutes session whenever it is a class for one-on-one.
Okay.
So first 10 minutes usually go for speaking.
Okay.
I make them speak on something,
Mhm.
sometimes
So you have
storytelling.
a template, like
Right.
first 10 minutes speaking, then vocabulary, then
Right.
tense or grammar.
Yes, sir.
Great, great going. So, is it your true calling, like teaching English, or it was an accident? You ended up in this.
Yes, somewhere I wanted to be a teacher,
Okay,
and
so
I
you
have
are so passionate about that. So you have made your passion your profession.
right, sir.
Great. It was such a delight to have you here with me, Sunil. We joined like 2, 3 minutes late, but no worries. It was great session, and I don't have anything to tell you. Thank you very much, Sunil. Wish you all the best and take care. Have a good evening and good night.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Bye.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir.
Bye bye.